Hello everyone, my name is Hecthor Doomhammer, I'm your evil overlord, and welcome back to Prison Architect Update 7, my female prison. We're in the last episode. We had a lot of death. I completed a grant, got some security cameras in, and I started the construction of the classroom, which is done, except for the power. What I did in between episodes, if I may show you the edit schedule, is that the kitchen safety and hygiene, I moved that manually down to the second work block, and the pharmaceutical treatment I also moved down to the second work block, all the way at the bottom, because it's only just 1 hour of treatment, leaving behavioral therapy and foundation education to be the only current two work periods, education periods in the top section. And as you can see, we have 6 interested in foundation education, and 8 are still interested in kitchen safety and hygiene, but we don't have any capacity for that. As also because there's a maximum of 5 places. No matter how large your kitchen is, by the way, per session. And in this case, it is actually useful to have multiple kitchens, but I'm not going to do that. Also, pharmaceutical treatment of drug addiction is 8 in the queue. This is a mandatory one. I haven't explained that yet. If people are found with drugs, then they are sent to this particular treatment, which happens in the infirmary. Has, I believe, a total of 10 places maximum. So your infirmary actually doesn't need to have more than 10 beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually have an infirmary that is already too large for the occasion. Same with behavioral therapy. This happens inside of the psychologist's office. That's why there's only place for 1 at a time. For 5 sessions. And as soon as a prisoner is, well, misbehaving in terms of violence, then he's, or in this case, she is forced to take this particular therapy. The last mandatory therapy is the alcoholics group therapy. If you're found with booze, then this is mandatory as well. This is why I usually end up having 20 seats in the common room, so that I have the maximum capacity for this particular program. And that's why I put the psychologist pretty much always next to the common room, so that the psychologist doesn't have to walk that very far. Same with the foreman over here. He doesn't have to walk very far to get his program done, which is the works of safety induction, of which 6 are interested, and carpentry apprenticeship. I think what I will start doing first is, well, I'm gonna tend to the needs here. I want to have this area, well, not 100% decked out, because the workshop is gonna be expensive as hell, I can tell you that beforehand. But I do want to have, I'm pretty sure that I can finish off the chapel. Classroom is going to get done anyway, going to be done with the shop, mailroom, and library. That's pretty much the plan that I have for this particular episode. Once again, fill to 80 capacity, so every time a prisoner leaves or dies, I'll just get in another one automatically. And given how freaking volatile this prison is, yeah. Also, because I've had a lot of exports done, I've actually decided to chop down all of the trees, but I guess that some of them have not been chopped down. I have a massive daily cash flow. I need to dismantle them. And the others. So yeah, this is pretty much going to be a barren wasteland without much green. Once I'm done dismantling all of these trees. Just over here, over there. Just going to do that. I believe on the outside they're all gone already. There's gone, that's gone. Still one over there. Well, it needs to get done anyway, so I might as well just have it done. Which does remind me, I may as well where is it? Forestry. Set this as my forestry. And then build a wall around it. With some staff doors. There. It's gonna be a small forestry, but hey, I don't know how. I actually don't know how women will perform in the workshop. So, one prisoner coming in 2 hours. Lights are filled in over here. The cables are getting laid in, and here is the first death of the day already. And the second death. Yay! Drop that. And the third. And the fourth. Well, that's 5 more prisoners instead of 1. Yay! More money. That's how I'm gonna be treating it from now on. It's just like, if you die, that's great because that's more money for me. Right. Let's get the chapel in first, because spirituality is a very high need, I'm guessing. Is that the case? Needs. They have a need for spirituality. That is good. Why is there no cable in here? Because that wasn't saved properly. In here. And in here. There. Just to get it equalized everywhere. Something like this, and then I will also need this. For that. Right. More prisoners. A chapel! Where people can worship their evil overlords. It needs an altar. It needs pews, which are just these benches. Which way are they turned? That's down. Oh, right. Gonna have them here. And it needs prayer mats facing east. Just gonna have 12 of them. There. That's the chapel pretty much done. And it needs to be at least 6 by 6. The shop, which I want to have down here. Needs a shop front, which is this one. I'm thinking this is inside. That needs to be placed as part of the wall. So that's why I did eventually put in the wall over there. It needs shop shelves. Just gotta see how much I can fill in. And then it needs a table. Or the toilet. There. Then, that's how to finish that. This was gonna be the mailroom. I remember because the library was gonna be smaller. The mailroom needs sorting tables and tables. Well, we have tables right here. You can just hear the commotion out there. It's I don't even know how to fix it anymore. Shop shelf, shop front. We need sorting desks. I'm thinking this way. Like so. And then the library. Which, that's Pearl. Here's the library. Now, in order to be eligible to work in the library, you need to have passed the foundation education course. Without that, you cannot do the library. You cannot work in the library. But beyond that, if you work in the library, you cannot do the general education. You cannot do that. Just get that stuff sorted out. And there's still a tree over here. Dismantle. Never dump the trees, because then it's gonna go into the garbage. This way, if you dismantle them, you will at least get some money out of it. Food tray, cash flow, and something. Library book, library shelves. Sorry, discs. Ah, yeah, it's just the books. Kind of scared that things are just gonna go horribly wrong. Well, here's another death. That was a snitch. Speaking of, I haven't looked at the snitches in quite a while. Oh! 2 of my confidential informants died. Oops. Well then, we've got a couple more. You. Welcome. You. Willow. Welcome. You. Welcome. Gonna activate you 3. Because in the last recording session, we found out the snitch over here. We just sorted out. And I guess the other snitch is over here. Ex law enforcement snitch. But of course we've been getting like a daily income of just prisoners. And we see some contraband over here. That's a drill thrown in. But I want to see the snitches. I want to see those question marks disappear into snitches. There we go. That person was marked for death. That person was marked for death. Anywhere else? No, but there is a lot of contraband Being thrown in, smuggled in. My goodness. These people. These women. Look at that. This person is carrying 2 pairs of scissors. Why the hell do you need so many scissors? Why? I don't get it. Fine. Maybe it's time that I also increase the size of the canteen a bit. But I don't even... I'm fairly certain that the size of the canteen is too small. Or at least the capacity in terms of tables and benches that I've got planned out is too small. I don't give a shit anymore. I just don't care. Go here. Open that. Reform programs are costing money. That's perfectly fine. The chapel is done. So, since I don't care that much about spiritual guidance, I'll have it at the last block. But as you can see, they do want this. It's just 1 session per time. You can do it multiple times with, I believe, 20 maximum capacity indeed. Now, I kind of just want to get the workshop sorted out. But I don't have the money. Do I have the grants available? I do have them. Should I? Sure. Meaning that I will first finish off setting up the capacitors in here, because I'm gonna need all of them. And then I will be starting out the workshop, which is one of the only rooms I haven't built yet, right here. Like so. And the workshop needs at least a single workshop saw. But I'll have 3 to start out. And at least 1 workshop press. And I don't have enough money. Dang! Well, that's pretty fine. That's pretty fine. Because it also needs a table. And then it counts as a workshop. Dang. Well, let's see. How many... We have 38 out of those and 44 out of those. I could just get more of these. Let these just die, because this one is dead already. That one is dead already, so that's 36, 35, 34. 2, 3, 4, 5. I could get that. I also want to increase the size of the laundry, or just the machines and such of the laundry. But I don't have any money for that. So, guys, just get this sorted, please. This place is a hell and a half. Speed, you're injured. Taking speed. I'll lock this one open too. Just like that one, that one. 14 in solitary, 9 in waiting, 9 dead bodies, 8 require medical attention. Yeah. Well, let's see. I still can't borrow any money. Well, my profitability will go down severely. Right. Workshop is functional. I will place workshop safety in the first hour. So if you want, you can actually run multiple programs side by side per prisoner. So having workshop safety induction and kitchen safety and hygiene in 2 separate blocks is actually very useful. And the reason why I have 3 hours of work and not like 4 or 2 per block is that foundation education and eventually general education take 3 hours. But these are the only ones that take 3 hours. Also, if you want to put in a new program, just left click on whichever hour you want. Just make sure that it is within the working hour. And then if you want to remove it, just right click it. And if you want to move it, just click the actual program and move it around, and then you can have it pinned. There. Reschedule. Workshop safety, 12 are interested, and we have 5 capacity. Now this is useful. It requires still a table. Now, in logistics, workshop is nice and large. 20 maximum. I'm gonna have 8 in here, 8 in here, and 7 in here. There. Work has been sorted. Just reading something on Skype. Nothing too important. So I have 25 guards and it's still not enough because all of the guards are busy. I've got 13 doing jobs, 8 patrolling, 3 are stationed and 1 is resting. And then I have 4 dog handlers and 2 armed guards. I don't have nearly enough, as I expected. So, is the workshop counting as a workshop already? No. And as you can see, the logs will also be brought over to the workshop. And we're getting 6 prisoners in. Nice. Stretch. Good stretch. Six more prisoners. I can increase the size or the amount of machines in here, which I will do. And then I'll be left with absolutely nothing again. Because I want to have 5 on 5, and I want to have a couple more tables in here. That's 8 more prisoners. We have 1 prisoner that has been released. Yay! Consulting fee. And now I'm not removing or bulldozing the foundation here because I'm eventually gonna put it back in. So there's no use in bulldozing it, because that would have ended. That would have just resulted in me wasting money. Also, I did notice that the hot water doesn't reach all the way out to here. 2, 3, 4. But that has got me thinking that I might want to let a hot water pipe run over through here, also to here, and I have like 2 toilets, 2 showers, 2 showers, and then of course here as well in reverse. We've got the money, but not nearly enough to get everything sorted. Or we might just what? Somehow I had more in storage than I thought, which is useful. But I'm out of money. I'm out of money and all alone. Which means I'm gonna have to go to objects, sell. Since I can't see where they are, I'm just going to be clicky, clicky, draggy, draggy. All of the logs. And as you can see, we're already teaching them. And upon completion, they will be able to saw the wood into planks and to saw metal sheets into license plates. But then also press them into license plates. And that's a dead workman. Replace. That's something I hate, is that they also will attack oh. No. In here. Your staff. Well, that's 4 more death. Or 3 more dead prisoners. That's just 3 more prisoners for me tomorrow. I don't care. Tables. Let's get that sorted out. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6, 8, and 9. I'm hearing more fighting, but I can't see it. Oh man, I cannot wait to have like a crap ton of money. And I could sell this prison if I don't have any deaths. I could sell this for 460,000. Which would be a nice starting bit of money, to be honest. I still can't borrow any money. I still need to finish this. I still need to finish that and that. Programs. Workshop safety induction. It's 2 sessions. Already finished, but no one passed. No one passed the kitchen safety and hygiene. And that might have been a tunnel. Daily cash flow, consulting fee. Sell that. Sorry, workman, you lost one of your brothers. Or sisters. Because I believe you can also have female workmen. Okay. Let's see if I can move quickly enough. What the hell are my doctors? Are my doctors still alive? They are. I'll quickly hire one more. Sure. To save the life of this prisoner. They're starving. You've got 6 hours of punishment. Alrighty, and with that, I will be ending off this episode. Feels like nothing much has been done, but then again we did start to deck out the rest of this building already. With the chapel completed, the shop completed, the table, the mailroom and the library completed, and a start at the workshop. I think that it is a decent amount of progress. So with that, so I'm going to be saving it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Once again, as I said in the last episode, if you want me to, at the end of this prison, and after finishing the campaign, restart this prison from scratch, but have unlimited money, and then have the challenge to pay off all of the debts that I have through the grants and the intake and the exports. If you want that, then tell me in the comments. Anyway, my name is Hecthor Doomhammer. I'm your evil overlord. Once again, I thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.